All right, how y'all doing? My name is Prentice Grayson. Today I'll be talking to you about someone that I think is an influential person in not just African American culture, hip hop culture, but just in culture as a businessman. I feel like I personally learned a lot from this person, watching them on TV shows, watching them, especially growing up. I've seen things that he has done to not propel himself, but to also propelling other people. So we're going to talk about Damon Jones. Many people might refer to him as Damon John from Shark Tank. Um, that's not where I know him from growing up, seeing him in, I would say, music video or things of that nature. So let's just start with this a background on Damon John. Born February 23rd, 1969. So he's not a young guy. I mean, uh, he was born in Brooklyn, grew up in Queens, which is Hollis, New York. Um, Grew up, had a rough background, worked various jobs. He worked at Red Lobster, he worked in retail, but as he was growing up in a harsh neighborhood, he gained the motivation to wanting to succeed and do more and be more than what he was. Growing up, he grew up in a rough neighborhood and working in these various businesses, he gained the knowledge of how he would want to run, that he, at a young age, could potentially start his own business. His first business venture was with three other guys, and it was called Food. More commonly known as For Us By Us, it was a cultural innovation in clothing and things of that nature that brought the hip hop world and brought them to the forefront of not just African American culture or hip hop culture, but culture in general that people see to this day. And it hung around. Um, it was his first business venture. It started at his mother's house. Wow, we hear stories about businessmen starting stuff at various houses, but his mother actually gave him the motivation to want him to succeed. Gave him tips that if he wouldn't have used these tips, he probably wouldn't have been the person that he was. He started off making and selling hats. Actually went to Las Vegas with his buddies to one of those shows, I guess, uh, trade shows, and found it to be successful. I mean, he made thousands of dollars at this trade show. Then he was like, hey, how can I transform my business into something more? So he went from selling hats to selling t-shirts, selling t-shirts to jeans, and he wanted to figure out how to make this business even bigger. So his mother, the one that his sister made, said that in order to fulfill these orders, he has to get an investor. He reached out to several companies. He ended up reaching out to Samsung, and Samsung backed him the money, and he became a large, was able to fulfill orders. And then he was looking at how can he market it where people want to wear food on a daily basis. He enlisted talents like LL Cool J, various hip hop artists that were popular around the mid '90s to the 2000s. Using these people helped him market it. He eventually sold the clothing company. To this day, that clothing company made him so much money. Actually, made him $6 billion. Imagine it, $6 billion that he made off of hats, shirts, and pants. It's incredible, and it led to other people following the trend. You know, Fat Farm, Carl Canine, and other clothing companies of that nature. Then he was approached in 2009 to be with Mark Burnett to be on the cast of a show called Shark Tank. So at the time, Shark Tank didn't look like it was anything major for him, but it grew. He invested in over 50 different companies over the 11-year span, and investing over $8.5 million, which has doubled and even tripled. Um, Off of that, he decided to go the route of like, okay, I'm helping business owners to start a Shark Group. The Shark Group is a branding and entrepreneurial company. Smaller companies in branding. He found his niche in helping people. So he understood, hey, I'm making money. Now I want to help, especially people of power. So he found like, hey, I want to help my community become better. So doing that, brand managing and helping people. Then he realized that like, hey, talk to people. So he went into consulting and speaking, and that has helped him to broaden his horizon, helping people at a massive level. I mean, he over his times, people know for sure. But imagine making over $6 billion in your mother's basement. That is amazing. Thank you for spending the time with me, David John. It's just been an inspiration to me. He lets me know like different things that I can do with what's around me and in my environment and turn it into success.